Contestant number 2 is Duncan Sandie. Duncan Sandie.
Tim's purpose tonight was to educate and inform us about Australia winning the America's Cup. Tim described that as Australia's greatest sporting achievement. And after listening to Tim's speech, well, who am I to disagree? I felt that Tim provided us with a very thorough and well-researched speech about an area that was an obvious passion for Tim. And I feel like Tim definitely met his objectives, because I've come away from that speech knowing a little bit more about a race that's well outside of my general sporting knowledge. And I feel like the audience here tonight would agree with me. Tim's speech was well researched, and that was evidenced through providing a range of technical sailing jargon and information. We were in the moment as we went back and forth, one yacht in front of the other, as we tacked around in the ocean. I do feel that perhaps one area that Tim could improve upon is more fully explaining all of the jargon. I felt that at sometimes during Tim's speech, he used words like tacking that I have a very vague understanding about what that means, but perhaps that could have been explained in more detail. Tim also used props to connect with the audience, to explain or to show rather than to tell us as an audience about different parts of, from the America's Cup trophy itself to the keel of a ship. One area I think that Tim could build on his use of props is to consider using a digital screen with the images behind him for a couple of different reasons. One, when you're using handouts, it's very distracting. Everyone in the audience on the other side of the room is trying to look at what's on that piece of paper. And I also felt like perhaps the printouts could have been of a higher quality to really show us the true definition and really put us at the steering wheel. But I really love the narrative that Tim delivered. You could tell he's very passionate about it, and we got the blow-by-blow story of all 7 races. One area as a stretch goal, I think that Tim could really enhance that speech and take it to the next level, is to find some of the audio from that final race, the final 20 or 30 seconds of Australia winning that cup. Let us hear, let us feel that elation that you felt, your colleagues felt. I want to experience that too. But as I say, that's a stretch goal to really elevate that speech to the next level. So in conclusion, Tim delivered a well-researched speech to educate us about a passion project of his that's outside of most of our normal expertise. It was well-researched. Tim could potentially clarify some of the jargon used and maybe improve the use of the props. But overall, it was a great speech, and I thank Tim for delivering it to us tonight.